Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm recording a video on how to cover up a scar. This particular scar that I'm covering up is on my face. However, it will work the same if you're covering any scar wherever it is. So if you guys wanted to know how to cover up a scar and all of the tips and tricks, then just please stay tuned. Okay, so first things first, let me just tell you the story about my scar. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but I do have a scar down here on my chin. And I got it about 2.5 years ago. I was in high school, I believe it was my sophomore year and my junior year of high school, and I was donating blood and I fainted. I ate breakfast, I drank all of the Gatorade so I can have my electrolytes and all that stuff. But when I finished donating blood, I felt a little bit woozy. So I was sitting down on a chair and I asked this girl to bring me water. She's like, "Are you feeling okay?" And I was like, "No, I really feel like I'm about to pass out." At the time, I knew that I should have stayed sitting down. However, the people that were, what are they called? The people who take your blood, they called me back onto the bus. They're like, "You know what, you don't feel good, come back onto the bus." I'm like, "I really can't stand up." And they're like, "Okay, we'll help you." So 2 people on each side were holding me, and as I was walking up the stairs, I just passed out and I fell. And when I woke up, obviously I had a bunch of blood everywhere and it was just so crazy. I think I was like probably unconscious for maybe like a minute or so, maybe 2 minutes. And when I woke up, there was blood everywhere. I was in so much pain, and I could just remember thinking, oh my god. And I thought that like my teeth had fell out, my bottom tooth. It actually was like very mobile. Like if you were to just pull on it, it would have came out. And I busted my chin right here. I busted my chin open all through the inside. So whenever you would open my mouth like that, there would be a bunch of blood like just squirting out of my mouth. Yeah, that's that story. It took a while. It feels a little bit better now. And they rushed me to the emergency room, and all they did was, they didn't give me stitches, but they did that adhesive glue that's supposed to, it's supposed to replace stitches. That way you don't have to go through all of that. But they would just like squeeze it, they put the glue, and I had to keep it dry, the area dry, for about a week or so. And it was just a really traumatizing experience, because the next day I came into school and everyone was just looking at me because I had a big old like band-aid on my chin, and it was just really embarrassing. But I mean, I'm older and I'm over it, but I still do get a lot of questions on, "Oh my god, what happened?" And people always think that I got in a fight, and I'm like, guys, no. Like, I wish it was because of a fight, but I don't fight. So my story is that I was donating blood and I fainted and hit my chin on the stairs of the bus. So that's what happened. Now, enough rambling, let's get into the video. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to take this Artistry Exact Fit Perfecting Beauty Balm Perfecting Primer, and I'm just going to take a little bit onto my finger and blend that into the scar. So now that that's blended into the scar, I'm going to take this Palladio Herbal Liquid Concealer. This is in the color Mint. I got this from Sally's, and I'm just going to take a little bit onto the scar. And then just pat that in. And then I'm going to do another application. Okay, so you just want to let that dry for a little bit, and then once that's done drying, you want to apply a light concealer. The concealer that I'm using is the Avon Extra Lasting Concealer in Light Clear. This one is lighter than my skin, at least by a couple of shades. I'm using this and I'm just going to apply it, not just where I applied the green, but also further than that. Because we don't want it to look like we're trying to cover just one area. So I'm going to spread the concealer out quite a bit. And don't be scared to use a lot of products because that's what helps. Okay, so as you see, my scar clearly isn't this big, but I'm applying it also around the area of the scar. That way it doesn't just look like one little spot that we're trying to cover up, and it'll blend in easier. So I'm just going to pat that in with my finger. And then I'm just going to apply one more coat, but this one's going to be just directly on the scar. Now that we have that, you're going to take whatever foundation you want to use. The one I'm using is the Artistry Exact Fit 24-Hour Long Wearing Foundation. And I'm just going to apply this in that area, and then you can blend it out. I mean, again, you're going to be putting foundation all over your face, but for the sake of this video, I'm only going to apply it to, I'll probably take it from my nose down just so you guys can see. So now that we have that foundation all blended in, we're just going to take some translucent powder. The one that I'm using is from Mercier. I'm just going to go ahead and pat that on to the area. Okay guys, so that is how you cover a scar. Like I mentioned earlier, this video was just to cover the appearance of the scar, but as far as the raisedness of your scar and the texture, unfortunately that cannot be covered with makeup, but this does cover all of the redness and that darkness around the scar. And as you can see, you do not see a scar on my face unless I were to smile or make certain gestures where you can see the line of the scar. But like I said, you can't cover that with makeup. So this video, essentially, you'll use the same technique as if you were to cover a red pimple or some dark red spots that you have on your skin. So it's just color correcting, and yeah. So I hope this video helped any of you guys who are trying to cover a scar and had trouble. So if you had any more questions on how to cover a scar, feel free to comment down below and I'll go ahead and try and answer any of your questions. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Bye guys!